Hello. I would like to welcome you to Storytime. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a good day. It's early here, and it seems like finally we've got through the winter. We pushed through. We made it through, and not just the winter, but I wanted to start this episode of Storytime by saying thank you to you. To you especially. About 2 years ago, we started Storytime, almost 2 years to the day. And today, I don't know about where you are, but where Olive and I are, all of the restrictions and things that we were doing to help each other out during the pandemic are starting to ease up a bit. And it looks like we might have got through a lot of the majority of this thing. And I just wanted to thank you and to say that you did such a good job through this. Thank you so much for your concern for others. Thank you. Well, it's time for a story, though. We've got a really good one today. It's about a subject that, a lot of people can identify with, I think. It's called Miss Brooks Loves Books, and I Don't. Now, personally, I don't identify with this because I love books, but this one's by Barbara Botner and illustrated by Michael Emberley. It looks really good. But I think the one that doesn't love books is this one, and that means this is probably Miss Brooks right here, who looks very enthusiastic. So we'll see what happens. And the sun is coming out. Boy, the sun's coming out. All right, here we go, guys. You ready, Olive? I think she's ready. Okay. Miss Brooks loves books, and I don't. All right. Miss Brooks is our librarian. She loves books a lot. She loves The Runaway Bunny and Babar and Where the Wild Things Are and The Very Hungry Caterpillar. I asked Miss Brooks why she dresses up for a reading circle. I want you to get as excited about books as I am, she says. I think Miss Brooks gets a little too excited, and I bet her costumes itch. Halloween means that we each have to find a poem to share, but all the books with witches, ghosts, and goblins are checked out. And I hate pumpkins. That's her not liking pumpkins. So I make up a Halloween poem of my own. Eek, a freak. The class looks at me funny. Miss Brooks says, well, it's a start. All year long, Miss Brooks reads us books. Books about dragons and pilgrims and presidents. Books about love and leprechauns and groundhogs even. It's vexing. Then, in May, Miss Brooks tells us about something truly terrifying. Book Week. You each need to pick a favorite story to share with the class. I want you to wear a costume and tell us all about it and really show us why you love it, she says. It's Book Week. Have you guys ever had a teacher like Miss Brooks? That's very enthusiastic? Me too. I enjoy it, though. Also, I like costumes sometimes. This does seem like a very cute little girl, though. Very nice. Little overalls. Can't even tell. All right, you guys, here we go. I'll never love a book the way that you do. I tell Miss Brooks, don't be so sure, she says. When I get home, I asked my mother if we can move to a new town. That's always the go-to solution. I'm going to Mesopotamia from now on. This is it. My mother says there's a librarian in every town, though. I asked if she wants to do my assignment for me. I've already been in the first grade, says my mother. Book week, bam. And then the flower fairy flew out. Giddy up! Yeah! Every single day of book week, kids share stories about trains and fairies and cowboys and dogs. And so we just said, woof. When Miss Brooks asks what I think, I say, too flowery, too clickety, too yippity, too furry. So, Miss Brooks fills my bag with more books for me to read with my mom. But I don't like any of them. They're too kissy, too pink, too silly, I tell my mother. You're as stubborn as a wart, she says. I want to read a story with warts. Warts! My mother finds a book called Shrek. Shrek has hairs on his nose and he snorts. I love that. Can you read it again? I ask. Snort, snort. Can you guys do snort? I think that's it. Something like that. Snort, 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 snort. Snort, 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 snort. I love this book. I have to practice the words over and over, but my mother helps. And then we make an ogre costume. I make stick-on warts for the whole class. Boom. When I get to school the next day, I ask Miss Brooks to lend me a hand. When I say the word snort, the whole class snorts. I explain why a stubborn, smelly, snorty ogre searching for a revolting bride makes me laugh. Snort, 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 snort. Miss Brooks says she's glad I found a book I love. Oh boy. She says that even ogres like me can find something funny and fantastic and appalling in the library. And that is the slimy truth. Good job, you guys. I'll see you next time.